And our minds create this whole drama. And what the Buddha said is that we get lost in our own drama and we miss the moment itself. So this before thinking mind returns us back to just what it is. Peter was talking about water and ice and steam. When he finished, he picked up his glass. He just drank. That's much more clear than any of our words. And what would be even more clear is if each one of you had a glass of water, then you could drink. And then we would say, you know what water is. We can describe it, we can study it, we can split it apart into its pieces, but the true way to know it is to taste it, or to use it, or to, in some ways, be it. I don't remember the percentage, but most of our body is water. So the ocean and our body, not very different. And even this body that we think this is me, I've read that there are more bacteria in our body than there are human cells in our body. So what are we really? We humans have an amazing capacity to fill in the gaps of something with what we believe, where we're very good at kind of closing the loop and creating the story. And that works for us. It's a very important thing that human beings can do. But we're also wrong. We make up the story. Our minds make connections. That's very valuable. But it also leads us to confusion and often despair. Because the story we create in some way separates us from what is. So Peter showed us the true teaching very simply. He picked it up and he drank it. Sometimes you use words, sometimes we use actions, but our practice is about before thinking. In what he read from Zen Master Bon Soeng, he talked about no I, my, me. I, my, me, the faces of self that we create and defend and try to feed. I remember when I was a teenager, George Harrison had a song, I, me, mine. All through the day, I, me, mine, I, me, mine, I, me, mine. Even the tears, I, me, mine, I, me, mine, I, me, mine. We chase around I, me, mine, I, me, mine, I, me, mine, constantly. Sometimes it brings us great joy. Much of the time, it brings us sorrow, despair, loss, confusion. We put up with a lot of suffering for that one moment that we get the payoff. And we get attached to it. We get addicted to that good thing. In some ways, our practice is the way to cut that. Because we're investigating into this question, what am I? What is this I, me, mine? What is it that chases after things? And we never really understand it. It's before thinking mind. So when we're sitting in this room, whether we're bowing, whether we're chanting, whether we're sitting meditation, whether we're listening to a Dharma talk or giving a Dharma talk, it's always the same question. What am I? What is this I, me, mine? This grasping, this holding, this desire. What is it? To bring awareness and attention to the moment. Very simply. It's not complicated. It's that old phrase, it's simple, but it's not easy. Because I, me, mine is so